Well, a person's body language can reveal unspoken truths. And with the most recent celebrity headlines, there certainly has been just a little bit to pick apart.
Heaps.
Look through is probably nicer. From royal reappearances to tense celeb interactions and a spectacular onstage fall.
Yeah, so when it comes to breaking down the subtle signals of those famous faces, what do their glances and gestures really tell us? Let's get into it.
Here to help us is body language and communications expert Louise Mahler. Hello,
Hey,
Louise.
Louise.
Good morning, Carly. Good morning.
Let's start with the Prince and Princess of Wales. They had this recent joint appearance. What do you make of William's and Catherine's mirroring movements?
Oh, it's fascinating. So they turned up. Kate wasn't supposed to be there. It was a mental health engagement, and she turned up, and obviously she wanted to be subdued. So she wore a long brown dress, and they both walked together. But fascinating is that he would step forward, she would step forward. He'd put his head to the side, she'd put his head to the side. Now, this isn't, he'd nod, she'd nod, they had hands the same. This isn't really mirroring, it's total rapport, because one of them doesn't lead the other. They just do it at the same time. And I think that through the hardship that they've been through, what's happened is they have forged a strong metal where they are a completely united team.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't understand why they do that. It feels...
Do you think it feels a bit forced?
Look at you two.
I think it feels. It
It
feels
took too long for the
strange to
camera
me.
to come to us.
Faking it to make it. And if we talk about faking it to make it, I think we're talking about Meghan Markle's most recent appearance, which was quite different, where she turned up without Harry and she had the red dress on, and she wanted to give the appearance of seem weak and frail. So the hands moved, the legs were unbalanced. She grabbed onto her friend. The thing is with Meghan is you go, is this reality or is this the image that she wants to portray? Yeah. And the image she wants to portray is frailty and vulnerability without Harry. So very different scenarios.
Now, what about Catherine, who was also spotted out solo just yesterday? What do you read about her? We're concentrating on her post-treatment now. We're looking at it very closely. What are you reading into her body language or expressions when she's out and about?
Yes. So she remained very subdued because it was mental health, and so she was very respectful of the situation. But then she was very quick to laugh and smile, and her eye contact, she didn't glance away or glance down into what might represent an emotional area for her thinking. She seemed very together, and I think she's in a great place.
Let's move on to this red carpet moment causing a big stir. This is between Nicole Kidman and Salma Hayek. What do you make of it?
Wow, how embarrassing. Nicole is a huge personality. Do not touch. And I don't know what Salma was thinking, because she put her arm right around her. She almost put a hand on her breast. And Nicole reacted very strongly, like, don't touch me, and then turned around and said something to her, but then touched her and moved into her as if to say, okay, fine. But then she walked off. Look, do you see that? She touched her and then but walked off because there was a mistake made. You cannot touch her. It's too threatening for somebody who's such a celebrity in a public environment. They can lose their sense of what's going on, and the wrong thing happened. It was ugly. And it was awkward.
All right, now the world's most talked about power couple, Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift, of course, making headlines for their matching attire. What do you think about these twinny matchy moments?
I give in with these two. I give in. I've been saying it's lust, not love. But the thing is, they're all matchy, they're kissing, there's more intimacy, closer. Look at that, rubbing his stomach. What is that about? They're wearing checked outfits, they're wearing the same necklaces, they're doing everything together, and it's gone on. There they are wearing the same necklaces. They've gone on for some time, and now they're meeting up with friends as well. And I think the indicators are there that there's a relationship.
Oh, so it's right. So I think it's serious.
You've pivoted.
I'm changing.
I'm changing. I think it's on.
Let's move on to Olivia Rodrigo. She's joined a long list of stars to have had an onstage fall. You like how she recovered from this? This was in Melbourne. Louise?
And she said, yeah, she fell. That was a dangerous fall. I think she fell about 5 foot. She smacked her arms. But the funny thing about performance, she did magnificently. She got up and she said, oh, that was fun, and then carried on as though nothing had happened. I would love to hear whether she has hurt her arms quite badly. When you're on stage, the thing is that the adrenaline is there and you can't feel the pain. People go in football, they break ribs and then continue in the final with broken ribs. And she continued on, total professionalism, never mentioned it again. And it was a hideous mistake that there was that huge hole in the stage.
But, you know, she's young and healthy, so it was a good recovery. If I did that, I would have broken 3 hips. One more major celebrity moment we just can't do. We can't finish this segment without looking at it. It happened right here in the studio, in fact. Have a look at this. What signals is our attempt at the wife-carrying sending? What does this say about our relationship, Louise, do you believe, from a body language expert perspective? What does that tell you about us?
That is very disturbing.
Can I tell you, it was disturbing for me, from my perspective.
I don't know what you're doing. Intimacy, definite comfort with intimacy is what I'm saying. Comfort with intimacy, comfort with touch, an ability to have fun to the ridiculous.
Well, you weren't hearing the audio. The audio was, I was screaming, I'm too close to the tattoo, I'm too close to the tattoo, which I think was a cry for help. And nobody listened.
It's Kylie's safe word. Lovely to see you, Louise. Thank you.
Lovely to see you.
She doesn't know the tattoo. Do you know the tattoo?
Yes.
Yes, she knows the tattoo.